Have you ever stood on the brink of yourself in that sacred place of exhaustion where your body is weary, but it's your soul that aches the loudest? That quiet yet deafening whisper from deep within that says, I can't push anymore. I can't keep carrying this the way I have been. You've been showing up, haven't you? Day after relentless day, heart heavy yet hopeful, pouring every ounce of your energy, your belief, your vulnerability into the world, praying that your persistence will finally unlock the door to your next chapter. You've built your days around effort, around the sacred grind, telling yourself that surely, eventually, life must respond if you just try hard enough, if you sacrifice enough sleep, if you stretch yourself just a little thinner, a little farther. But still, after all the striving, the stretching, the soul-deep sacrifices, you look around and it feels like nothing has moved. Like you are running full speed on a treadmill, breathless, drenched in effort, but still anchored in the exact same place you started. It's maddening. It's devastating. There's a unique kind of ache in realizing that despite doing everything right, despite playing by all the so-called rules of manifestation, your life feels like it's paused. The paradox of motion without movement begins to fracture something deep inside. And quietly, in that private space between your spirit and the universe, you begin to suspect, this can't be the way. This can't be the divine design. Surely life wasn't meant to be this hard. And yet, you're so entangled in the chase, so programmed to keep pushing, that you don't know how to stop long enough to listen, to really listen to the truth. Your higher self has been whispering all along. If these words find you in that sacred space of soul fatigue, know this is no accident. Your higher self called this message forth. Let yourself be seen. Let others know they're not alone. Type, I am ready to let go in the comments and feel the weight of solidarity, the strength of a collective journey home to self. Like this message, subscribe, because together we're stepping into a different way, a higher frequency of living, one that doesn't require your suffering as its currency. Let us strip away the illusions that the world has sold us and speak plainly of the truth that so few ever tell you. There is a universal law, a sacred, energetic truth that runs deeper than any hustle, mantra, or motivational slogan. The more you try to force something, the tighter you grip your dreams, the more desperately you demand that life unfolds on your terms, your timeline, your strategy, the more you are unknowingly constructing an energetic wall that keeps your desires at bay. Think about every time you've tried to force love, bending yourself, contorting your authenticity, overextending your emotional energy to fit into the mold of someone else's expectations. The love feels strained, fragile, fleeting. Or think of the times you've clawed your way toward a version of success that wasn't even yours to begin with, chasing job titles, followers, money, accolades, only to find the pursuit hollow and the victory short-lived. Every forced timeline, every clenched demand that the universe deliver now is like building a dam against the very river that is trying to carry you to your destiny. And oh, how exhausting it is to keep bailing water with your bare hands when you could have just surrendered to the current. This isn't a failing on your part, it is a divine signal. A lovingly stern nudge from the universe that says, you're using your power the wrong way, stop pushing the river, learn to sail. But we're not taught to sail, are we? We're taught to conquer the seas, to whip them into submission. And so we stay trapped in this feedback loop of effort, frustration, exhaustion, and self-doubt all the while. The current of our highest path flows just beyond the walls we've built with our own need for control. And this cycle is vicious, isn't it? Because the world around you, society, culture, media, all reward and glorify the grind. We are marinated in narratives that tell us our worth is directly proportional to our exhaustion. The hustle is holy, the sleepless nights are the badge of the worthy. Sacrifice, grit, pain, these are the tolls to pay if you want the universe to notice you, right? This story runs so deep that to stop feels like sacrilege, to rest feels like weakness. But this is the greatest spiritual lie of our time. This belief that your value is conditional upon your productivity, that the universe responds only to the loudest, most frantic energy. It is not truth. It is trauma. True manifestation, true alignment, is not a contest of wills. It is not a battle between you and the universe where the most relentless, the most desperate, the most controlling gets the prize. Real creation is a partnership, a dance of co-creation between your soul and the divine. It is not your fists that shape reality, but your frequency. Your destiny does not respond to force, it responds to openness. It responds to peace. It responds to the sacred, sovereign energy of someone who knows they are worthy, regardless of what is currently unfolding. Life flows not to those who force, but to those who trust. Visualize for a moment. Your desires, the love, the success, the peace you seek are delicate butterflies fluttering just beyond reach. Now imagine you standing beneath them, hands flailing, grasping desperately at the air, your energy frantic and jagged. The butterflies scatter, your energy repels them. But what happens when you stand still? When your hands are open and your energy is calm, inviting? The butterflies come to you of their own accord, because there is safety in your stillness. This is not just poetic imagery, this is how energy works. The universe is attuned to your frequency, not your fear. When you broadcast neediness, scarcity, desperation, all you magnetize are experiences that reinforce those very vibrations. What you chase runs. This is why, when you are desperately checking your phone, dissecting every interaction, fixated on the when, the where, the how, life feels silent. But the moment you forget, the moment you release and redirect your energy toward joy, creativity, peace, the message comes, the call arrives, the breakthrough finds you. Not because you stopped wanting, but because you stopped repelling. You shifted from the frequency of "I need this to feel whole" to "I am whole, and I trust what is meant for me is already on its way." And the universe, in its infinite wisdom, responds to that wholeness with open arms. This is where the real pivot happens. The shift is not in doing more. It is not in adding more rituals, more to-do lists, more spiritual exercises, in the hopes of finally hacking the system. The shift is in your being. The awakening is in letting go of the illusion that you must suffer your way to success, letting go of the falsehood that your dreams only arrive on the back of burnout. Letting go of the belief that control is safety. Letting go, not in defeat, but in devotion to life's intelligence, to your own higher self, to the knowing that what is divinely yours will not pass you by. When you unclench your fists energetically, emotionally, spiritually, you create space. You create room for the miracles to land. You transform from a tired warrior into a peaceful, powerful co-creator. This is not giving up. This is giving over, handing the reins back to the divine flow that knows the path even when you can't see it. Every time you obsess, every time you micromanage, every time you attempt to architect every detail, you are sending a prayer of distrust to the universe. But when you let go, you declare, "I am supported, I am chosen, I am guided." And the universe, always listening, shifts in kind. Reflect back on your own journey. How many times have the very things you wanted most arrived only after you finally surrendered? How often has life surprised you the moment you decided to stop waiting and start living? That text you were aching for finally comes when you're too busy laughing with friends to notice. That opportunity you were chasing lands in your inbox after you've moved on, convinced it was a lost cause. This is not coincidence, this is energetic alignment. It's the divine response to your surrender, to your willingness to let life meet you where you are, instead of you trying to bulldoze your way to where you think you need to be. When you stop gripping, when you stop trying to force doors open, you realize they were never locked to begin with. You just had to stop pounding on them long enough for them to open themselves. So I ask you now, with all the love in my soul, are you ready to let go? Are you ready to stop waging war against life and start dancing with it instead? Are you ready to believe that you don't have to bleed for your blessings, that you don't have to burn out to be worthy? Let this be your turning point. Let this message be the echo of the truth your soul has known all along. If you feel it, that resonance, that recognition, say it aloud. Declare it in the comments. I am ready to let go. Subscribe to this channel, join this collective of awakening souls, and remember, the universe is not your opponent, it is your partner. And it has been waiting, patiently, lovingly, for you to release your grip so it can finally place in your open hands the very things you've been chasing all along. My dear friend, life is not a vending machine where you can just input enough effort and demand your chosen snack. It doesn't work like that. Life is so much more majestic, so much more intelligent than that. Life is more like a grand, powerful river. And if you are out here trying to swim upstream, with your fists clenched and your teeth gritted, fighting against the natural, divine flow, you are only going to exhaust your soul. You will find yourself tired, beaten down, and no closer to your destination. There is a profound reason why so many people today feel completely and utterly burned out chasing their dream life. It's because they are operating from a flawed premise. They are not creating, they are controlling. They are not aligning, they are forcing. They are not dancing with life, they are wrestling with it. And here is the ultimate kicker. The truth that can set you completely free if you let it. The more you try to control something, the more it actually controls you. Let that sink deep into your bones. Let that truth dismantle the cages you have built around your own peace. That relationship you keep trying to fix, the one that requires you to be a detective, a therapist, and a magician just to keep it afloat? Your obsession with fixing it is what's keeping you imprisoned in its unhealthy dynamic. That person you keep trying to convince to see your worth, the one you perform for, hoping they'll finally give you the validation you crave? Your need for their approval is what is controlling your happiness and your sense of self-worth. That specific, rigid version of success you are clinging to, the one that has a precise title and a certain number in the bank account, the one that you believe will finally make you feel safe and whole, your attachment to that exact picture is what is controlling your life, blinding you to the infinite other pathways to joy and abundance that are all around you. What if all of that forcing, all of that clinging, all of that controlling is the very thing delaying what is actually meant for you? What if the universe has a version of love, success, and happiness for you that is so much grander, so much more fulfilling than the limited version you are trying to force? When you are busy holding on to the wrong thing, your hands are not free to receive the right thing. It is a simple law of physics and spirit. You are, in essence, blocking better by begging average to stay. And yes, I hear the resistance in your heart. I get it. The word surrender can sound weak at first. It can feel like giving up, like admitting defeat. It can feel like you're not trying anymore, like you're becoming passive. But that is the ego's interpretation, not the soul's. Real, divine surrender isn't quitting. It is the ultimate act of courage. It's choosing your inner peace over the external pressure. It is a profound declaration of faith. It's realizing, deep in your core, that you don't have to force what is divinely meant for you. You don't have to strain and struggle for what is already yours by divine right. You become a match for it not through struggle, but through release. You align with its frequency by letting go of everything that is not it. Here's something nobody tells you in the mainstream world. You are allowed to stop trying so hard and still win. In fact, it is the only way to truly win in the game of life. That whole mindset of, if I'm not hustling 24/7, I'm falling behind, is poison, my friend. That is not ambition, that is anxiety wearing a business suit. That is fear masquerading as dedication. Come on, man, we were not created to live in a perpetual state of chasing. You were not designed by the divine to wake up every single day in fight or flight mode, your nervous system shot, your spirit weary. You were not meant to grind yourself into dust, hoping that maybe, one day, life will finally reward you for your suffering. That is not manifestation, that is misery. And the deepest truth of all is this: the universe doesn't respond to desperation, it responds to alignment. There is a massive difference. Think about the people you've met in your life who just seem to be in their flow. They're not forcing it, they're not panicking, they're not complaining. They seem to move with a quiet confidence, a gentle ease, and yet everything seems to fall into place for them, doesn't it? Opportunities land in their lap, the right people show up at the right time. They seem to navigate challenges with a grace that defies logic. This isn't luck, this is the power of alignment. They have, consciously or unconsciously, learned how to say no to the frantic energy of the world, and yes to the calm, centered power within themselves. They have learned how to say no to what doesn't feel right, what doesn't resonate with their soul, and in doing so, they have opened the door wide for what does. These aligned individuals stopped begging life to deliver. Instead, they started trusting that what is for them simply will not pass them by. That is true power. That is spiritual maturity. And please, don't get it twisted. Letting go does not mean doing nothing. It doesn't mean sitting on your couch and waiting for your dreams to be delivered by mail. It means doing what feels right from a place of inspiration, not desperation. It means making moves from a place of trust, not from a place of panic. It means you take the action that feels joyful, expansive, and true, and you release the outcome to a higher power, knowing that the universe is handling the details. Because when you move with panic, you attract chaos. When you move with peace, you attract clarity. And I swear to you, the moment you stop chasing out of fear is the exact same moment that something better starts quietly, gracefully, and inevitably chasing you. Let that beautiful truth sink into your soul. Because maybe, just maybe, everything you have been running after is already on its way to you, It's in your energetic orbit. But you've been too busy sprinting in the opposite direction, consumed by the illusion of the chase, to even notice. Have you ever realized how the second you finally stop obsessing over something, life starts delivering it? It's like the universe has a sense of humor. The more you scream, "Where is it? Why hasn't it come yet?" the more the universe seems to delay it, as if to say, "No, you're not ready. Your energy is too chaotic to receive this blessing right now." Because here's the thing, wanting something is a beautiful, normal part of the human experience. It is the engine of creation. But needing it, feeling like your life depends on it, operating from that desperate, clutching energy that reeks of lack. And the frequency of lack does not attract abundance. It only attracts more experiences that make you feel like you are lacking. You've seen this play out in real life, haven't you? The moment you stop texting someone back to back and just chill, suddenly they're the one hitting you up, wondering where you are. The moment you stop refreshing your bank app every 30 minutes, stressing about money, you land a random gig or receive an unexpected check out of nowhere. Why? Because your energetic grip loosened. You stopped trying to control the outcome, and in doing so, you finally left room for things to flow in. And please, don't misinterpret this powerful truth. Letting go does not mean you are giving up on your dreams. It means you stop panicking like every moment is a life or death emergency. Because most of the time, it's not. Your life is not going to collapse because one thing didn't show up exactly when you demanded it. The truth is, the blessings, the people, and the experiences that are truly meant for you are not scared off by your silence. They are not offended by your stillness. They are operating on divine timing, not on your rushed, fear-based schedule. And I know it is hard. We live in a world that constantly screams at us, if you're not chasing it, you must not want it bad enough. But that is a lie, a carefully crafted illusion sold to us to keep us restless, to keep us consuming, to keep us burned out and disconnected from our true power. Some of the most potent, reality-shifting moves you will ever make are the ones where you simply take a breath, take a step back, and just trust, because that is when things finally start falling into place. Not because you force them, but because you finally stop blocking them with your own anxiety. Let that idea breathe for a second. Here is where the divine shift happens, and you might not even see it coming at first. When you finally, truly let go, not just mentally telling yourself you're letting go, but emotionally, physically, and spiritually releasing the tension from your entire being, things will begin to move in your life in ways that will astound you. It's a wild and beautiful phenomenon. It almost feels like reality was just patiently waiting for you to chill the hell out. It's like the moment you stop trying to micromanage the outcome, the sacred pieces of the puzzle start moving on their own. You'll start getting inspired ideas out of the blue. You'll serendipitously run into the exact people you were meant to meet. Opportunities will pop up that you couldn't have possibly engineered or forced, even if you tried. Why does this happen? Because you are no longer blocking the flow with all that dense, contracted energy of tension and fear. You see, life isn't withholding from you because it hates you or because you're unworthy. It is simply and always responding to your frequency. And that frequency gets jammed, it gets full of static, when you are desperate, when you are anxious, when you are gripping the steering wheel of your life with white knuckles screaming, "Where is my blessing?" But when you are loose, when you are cool, when you move through the world with the quiet confidence that it's already yours, that's when everything clicks into place. It's like tuning a radio. You don't yell at the radio to play your favorite song. You calmly, patiently, and precisely tune it to the right damn station. You align. And here's the part that most people miss in their spiritual journey. Letting go doesn't mean you stop caring. It means you stop begging. It means you stop living in the constant, gnawing fear that it won't happen, and you start moving with the deep, unwavering knowing that it will happen, eventually, in its own perfect, divine time, and maybe even in a way that is far better and more beautiful than you had ever planned. So, instead of sitting around consumed with the questions of, when is it going to happen? When will they text? When will I get the call? You just live. You take impeccable care of your own energy. You do your thing. You show up in the world from a place of fullness, not emptiness. You grow, you learn, you expand. And the magic part, that thing you were once chasing, it notices. It feels the shift in your vibration, because energy does not lie. And when you are good, when you are truly, deeply good without it, that's when it starts chasing you. And here's the wildest part of all, the secret that most people never see coming. The very moment you stop giving your power away to timelines, to people's validation, to this obsession with when, is the moment life starts giving its power back to you. Not because it's finally feeling generous, but because you are finally ready to receive it. You are ready to receive it without fear, without the need for control, and without resistance. It's like the universe is your mirror, and when you're constantly screaming, I need it, where is it? That mirror just screams back, exactly, you need it. And you're going to keep on needing it. But the moment you exhale not just a breath, but a full, energetic release of your entire being, something profound changes. You walk differently. You talk differently. Hell, your entire aura is different. You go from searching to attracting. And you might be wondering, okay, but what does that actually look like in practice? It looks like a peace that doesn't need external proof. It looks like saying, no, I'm good, when someone tries to bait you into your old anxious cycles. It looks like trusting your gut instead of chasing empty promises. You ever notice how the best things in life happen when you stop obsessing? Like when you stop texting first and they suddenly remember you exist? Or when you finally stop stalking your goals 24/7 and out of nowhere, boom, the door opens. That's alignment, that's divine timing, that's your true power. You didn't stop caring, you just stopped forcing. That's what letting go really means. It's not weakness, it's not giving up, it's stepping out of the damn way. Because sometimes, life knows what you need long before you do. You're busy clinging to one limited version of how it's supposed to happen, and life is like, sit back. I've got something way bigger for you, but I can't deliver it while you're blocking the runway. Let that sink in. Here is something you've probably never thought about. When you're chasing something, what energy are you really moving from? Desperation, lack, maybe even fear. And those aren't just emotions, they are frequencies. They shape how you speak, how you move, how you show up. And guess what? People and the universe feel that energy, even if they don't consciously know it. Think about it. Have you ever walked into a room and just felt someone's vibe? They didn't have to say a word, but you just knew if they were calm, anxious, bitter, or magnetic. That's real. That's energy doing the talking, before words even show up. So if your energy is screaming, please choose me, please notice me, please love me, then what kind of people do you attract? Exactly. The kind who need to be chased. The kind who want to be needed more than they want to connect. The kind who vanish the second you stop proving your worth. But when your energy starts saying, I already got me, if you want to join, cool, but I'm not begging, now we're talking. Now you attract people, opportunities, even peace, that match that vibe of self-sufficiency and wholeness. You don't attract what you want, you attract what you are. And being isn't about faking it or pretending like you don't care. That's just another mask. Being means doing the inner work to actually not need it, because you're already full from the inside out. You're not waiting for the job, or the partner, or the validation to feel okay. You're already okay, already whole, already moving. And that, my friend, is exactly when everything starts finding you. You are not the seeker anymore, you become the signal. The truth is, man, it's not that what you want is far away. It's just that sometimes you're the one standing in the way of it. And I know that's a hard pill to swallow, but damn, it's real. Sometimes, the moment you let go, really let go, not just pretend this, the moment everything shifts. You stop forcing, you stop controlling, you stop begging. And that's when life finally breathes back into you. That's when the right people notice you. That's when peace comes knocking. That's when the universe says, now you're ready. So let go of the outcome, detach from the timeline, and just live like it's already handled, because on some divine level, it is. Now, if this message hit somewhere deep inside you, drop a comment below. Let's talk about it. And if you are on this sacred journey with me of healing, of unlearning, of leveling up, hit that like button so I know I'm not alone in this. And most importantly, subscribe if you haven't already, because we are just getting started. The shift begins the moment you stop chasing. I'll see you in the next one.